All right, joining us on the left is Steven on mono black, and on the right we have Ed that with ninjas. Getting ready to go. Johan says all the respect for what you do, Chris. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Fear or intimidate?
Fear. I used to play way back in the day.
Me too, yeah.
Yep.
Go for it. 1860. Yep.
Looks like we're drawing up hands, getting ready to go still.
Prismatic Vista.
All right, Prismatic Vista to start. Oh, they messed up the life counters.
All right.
All right, we fixed it.
You do, Eric.
The players at the local still getting used to our new life counters. Ramalito is here and says, in EU, we are still waiting for the Eternal Weekend playmats. Very interesting. Very interesting.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Ornithopter.
Ornithopter. What does that mean, chat?
All right, how many cards in hand? All right.
5 cards in hand for Ed. Kiviuk arrives in the chat.
Lotus Petal. Ritual.
Okay, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Collective Brutality.
Pitching, Grave Titan. It's not excellent. -2 and Duress.
Gonna kill Ornithopter and Duress here. It's Kaito or Ponder.
Instant sorcery, so I have to take. You have 3 Kaitos.
Oh, it can only be Ponder because it's like instant or sorceries only. Let's get the text for Collective Brutality up on the screen first.
Combat damage to a player. Reveal the top card, your library, put your hand, and then I lose life equal to that. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so 1 floating. Entomb.
The other card was Yuriko, the Tiger's Shadow. Now an Entomb from Steven.
Close around. Then you reanimate.
All right, our reanimate on Gristlebrand was announced, and Ed scooped it up. We are moving on to game 2. Fast game 1. Delusional says ninjutsu mechanic is one of the biggest play pattern disrupting design mistakes. Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. We, as Magic the Gathering legacy format players, understand in a very deep and meaningful way what play patterns are and what they should be and what they shouldn't be and all of it.
Menace.
And I'll say 4, 7.
All right, 1 card on the bottom for Steven. Looks like a mold of 6. Ed will be on the play, I assume.
Okay.
All right, turn 1 Ponder. Looking for ornithopters and all that stuff. Why ornithopter, some of you may be wondering? Ninjutsu. We're ninjas. Also a neat synergy with Retrofitter Foundry. Ornithopter transforms right into constructs. Pretty neat. Sometimes you'll see a turn 1 4/4 construct. Changeling Outcast functions similarly.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's just start here.
All right, turn 1 Thoughtseize. Force of Will, Brazen Borrower, Shieldred's Edict, Orcish Bowmaster, and a basic.
Random Storm, Spellpierce, Ponder,
Might be Force of Will this time. Shieldred's Edict is annoying, though. Voodoo says, got to play against ninjas this weekend. Such a sweet deck. It is. It's a very cool deck. It can be difficult to play against if you've never seen it before. Every once in a while, I'll see a ninja player at the locals and witness someone kind of not play optimally against it, I guess, because they're not familiar with what the deck does. Signornas here says no one picks Force of Fill. I think people pick Force of Fill. I think they do.
Go ahead.
All right, so Brazen Bar was the discarded card. Force of Will, Bowmaster, Shieldred's Edict all stuck around. Didn't flash in Bowmaster on end step. Steven, if you've been hanging out with us for a while on stream, plays a variety of mono black decks. Sometimes it's a Pox-ish deck. Sometimes it's just Turbo Reanimator with Lake of the Dead and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a mix of the two. It's you never know what mono black you're gonna get when you play against Steven. Here's Tamio.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The one range?
Okay, another Thoughtseize hitting the stack now. It's gonna resolve. Double Force, Shieldred's Edict, Bowmaster.
I'll assume with
Voodoo is waiting to see Chains of Mephistopheles. Yeah, we've seen that card on stream a few times recently, haven't we? At least I feel like we have. Did that happen? Or am I imagining? Sometimes I think I just dream that stuff happened.
And I take the edict.
that is, yeah, that's fine.
Also, sometimes I forget what I saw, like, with my own eyes, and then what I saw on stream. Feed the Swarm blows up Tamio. Tamio moves from the battlefield to the trash. Here's Bowmaster.
14.
Cards in here?
4.
4 cards in Steven's hand. Bowmaster attacks. I believe Steven just dropped to 12. Yep. So mono black stuff. All right, we're doing stuff. Unmask, pitching Dark Ritual, taking a Force of Will. Now, the coast clear, Lake of the Dead, sack a swamp, Dark Ritual, Troll of Khazad-dûm, and Hellbent. Okay, okay.
Nothing in hand, right?
I'm held up.
Lake of the Dead to cast Troll of Khazad-dûm is pretty cool. Undercity Sewers, Surveil. Only card in Ed's hand is a Force of Will. I think Troll of Khazad-dûm wins this race. We got Orcs and Trolls. Lord of the Rings, everybody. Raise your hand if you asked Wizards of the Coast for a Lord of the Rings Magic set. I know I didn't. Nobody even likes Lord of the Rings. Universes Beyond sucks. So angry. Lame of the Rings, yeah. When are we going to bring back the lore? Bring back the Jace versus Chandra duel decks.
That's it. Yeah, so now.
Okay, so Yuriko is ninjutsuing itself in here, returning Bowmaster to hand.
Wait, hold on. So, because that's a 1/3. All right. So the ninja trigger happens first.
But I saw the 4 LEUs and I looked at the
it
one.
Oh,
deals
combat damage.
and
Okay.
then I...
So I'm at 10, and now you flip, and I take damage to this.
Yes,
And it
so
goes
it'll
into
just
your
be
hand.
one, and it goes
So
to
with
my
a
hand.
9. Okay.
Okay, so 1 additional damage comes in from Yuriko's ability. Steven drops to 9. Now, Troll of Khazad-dûm does have a clause for blocking that Ed could potentially block on future turns. It's not completely unblockable. 3 creatures or more. Keep in mind that Bowmaster will only amass the existing Orc army. He won't make another token.
Yeah, I was debating doing this or breakfast. But I played breakfast in CDH and I was like, I can't eat that. This is too much.
Breakfast is
Definitely does that. I love breakfast. Both the meal and
yeah. And go on bacon and cheese.
for breakfast this morning. I got back from Vancouver up a red eye. I was like, what am I gonna do today? I'm gonna sleep up a deck and play some Magic.
Have fun that way.
Steven thinking about it. What did Steven draw? I didn't see.
Swing.
Okay, attack with the troll. Drops Ed to 12. Passes the turn. The Bowmaster will get flashed back in. Fatal Push in Ed's hand doesn't really do a lot. Steven drops to 8. A big hit from Yuriko could end the game. Sometimes you'll see the ninjas decks put Force of Will on top of the deck or something like that. All right, going to combat. Gonna try and race this troll.
And then a flip.
Steven drops to 4. 0. All right, Mr. Rainforest to hand. Can hard cast Force now.
Plus.
Well, Ed might win the race against the troll. Does Troll of Khazad-dûm have to stay back on defense now? Holding up Force of Will. Just going to pass the turn. End step. Uh-oh. Murderous cut.
You got it.
Ninjas takes game 2. Well, it looked like Ed was in trouble there in game 2, but the Yuriko kind of saved the day. Even though it didn't hit anything huge, it was an important part of the equation, I think. Game 3, mono black on the play. It does not get any more exciting.
Makes sense? Yeah. Happens.
All right, both players kept 7, it looks like. Thoughtseize again.
Yeah, the mold of 4 was just.
That was rough, yeah.
Happens.
Ingenious Infiltrator, Bowmaster, Polluted Delta, Island, Sink It to Stupor, Daze, Force of Will.
Yeah.
Oh, that rematch would be a really good rematch. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Steven is running Necro Dominance, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no, I thought I should have kept him.
Reanimate the infiltrate.
Okay, reanimating the Infiltrator. No land in play for Ed, so can't daze. Is it worth it to force? Pigeon stick into stew, yeah. That's the play that Ed is making. Force of Will on a reanimate that wasn't targeting the ninja in the graveyard. Bowmaster, Daze, Island, Polluted Delta left in Ed's hand now. Was that bait? Okay, drops a Lotus Petal.
Animate dead your infiltrator.
Animate dead on the Infiltrator. Infiltrator comes in. It's enchanted with Animate dead.
19.
18.
18. That was the Delta.
Ingenious Infiltrator is a 2/3, so it has 1 power that could get through to draw a card. But it's going to be a really slow clock. But drawing cards, as most of you know, kind of a powerful effect in Magic the Gathering. All right, Underground Sea surveilled into the graveyard. Ed's hand has Daze, Bowmaster, 2 unknown cards. Doesn't seem like Steven has a lot of really powerful stuff going on so far in this game. Not so far. 2 cards in hand for Steven. Could attack you with the Infiltrator. Has 3 toughness, so we would need a ping and double block from Bowmaster if that's going to be the plan. And it's a 1/3, so Ed would end up with a creature left over. Okay, now with the draw trigger on the stack and a flash in the Bowmaster. Okay. I actually don't mind that plan. That's actually not bad.
I'm going to better triumph the Bowmaster and pay 3 life.
Okay, with the draw trigger still in the stack, Bitter Triumph to remove it.
I get 1 ping.
You get 1 ping. I go to 17.
Okay, the daze was played. The pedal paid for it.
You have the token. I get the draw from here.
Yep. You're taking 3 life from that.
I already did that.
Okay, so I got you 1 ping, 16. Right?
I did Thoughtseize, went to 18, took a ping from the
Oh,
Bowmaster.
15. I'm sorry, I was looking at my left.
I should be at 14.
14.
Yes, so 1 more. There we go.
Okay.
And now I'm going to draw for this.
Okay, life totals are corrected now. Drawing now off the Ingenious Infiltrators. Deal combat damage triggered. And passing the turn back to Ed. Tactical Toy, thank you for the sub with Prime. 2 months. Appreciate that. It's a new badge. Undercity Sewer left the card on top. It's a good sign for Ed, I guess. Ornithopter. Okay. Okay. That's not a bad blocker. Attack with the Orc Army. It's only a 1/1. Another reanimation spell could bring Bowmaster out of Ed's graveyard under Steven's control. Ornithopter's pretty annoying right now. Ornithopter, just kind of a beautiful card. It's been with us since the very beginning of Magic the Gathering. And it consistently is legal in Standard and Pioneer and whatever. And it sees some play here and there in all formats. Occasionally you'll see it in a draft, right? Okay, the Ornithopter blocks.
Animate Dead the Bowmaster.
Post-combat animate Dead the Bowmaster. This could kill Ornithopter. Does that have another way to stop animate Dead here?
2 cards in here.
Yeah, Ornithopter was in Antiquities. So that was Magic's first year, right? Wasn't Antiquities the first year? Oh, wait, am I forgetting? Was it the second year? I don't know. Might have been the second year, actually. I think Johan is right. Yeah, Richard and Pizza, absolutely right. There's so many expansions. I can't memorize them all. Big problem.
17.
I got to dig up this article. There's an article, it's like from 1995 or 1996, I think, where, you know, and it's for like a major TCG, to the extent that they were major at the time, TCG site or magazine or whatever, complaining that there are too many expansions. And it's I gotta find that. I gotta dig it up. Sink it to Stupor happening. Return the Infiltrator back to Ed's hand. Someone find that article. I haven't seen it in a few years. I gotta find it. Link me to it.
Tap, draw.
I'm probably even misremembering details. I haven't seen it in so long. But it exists. And it's one of the funniest things to read. Bowmaster has no power. The D6 underneath it is or to the right of it from Steven's point of view, is an Orc Army, no token. Unmasked pitching animate Dead, targeting Ed, it looks like. Ed is going to flash in a Bowmaster.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense to shoot the Bowmaster, I think. Orc army grows to a 2/2. Trying to unmask here. It's pretty annoying.
I'm gonna cast Surgical Pain to
Yep.
target your reanimates.
Okay, surgical targeting reanimate. Okay. The hand is Shieldred Dark Ritual. Okay. Ed's gonna look through the deck now and take out the other couple of copies of reanimate. I guess. Shieldred the Apocalypse could be difficult.
Just 3.
This 4.
So he was right. He had to take it. Because otherwise I could have won much faster.
Looks like that's going to be Steven's follow-up play here after this unmask finishes resolving.
Okay.
Still unsure if it's going to resolve. It's still in the stack, but
And then
A mass still in the stack.
Unmask is
okay. Unmask resolves. Ingenious Infiltrator, which we knew about, and Kaito, Bane of Nightmares. Ed could be in trouble here.
I'm going to take the Kaito.
Okay, Kaito is taken. It's gone. Shieldred is in. Well, it's going to be a tough race. Ponder, okay. Going to lose 2 more life.
Right now he's in that phase that he has moved the cards and he's trying back 7 cards.
Ponder Shuffle. Need removal for Shieldred. Steven is Hellbent. A top-decked Murderous Cut or Shieldred's Edict. Shieldred's Edict would be a flavor fail, right, chat?
Yeah, but even
What about the lore?
I think a lot of pancake right now is very good.
Steven gains life when Steven draws cards. So there's not going to be a really... there's not going to be a way for Ed to race this Shieldred as it looks right now. Thinking about attacks. I think it's safe to attack. Yeah, attacking. Ed might have to throw some chump blockers in front of it. Block with the Orc Army. Orc Army dies.
Pester.
Could be plays here with another land to attack with Bowmaster, Ninjutsu, then flash in Bowmaster later. But no land, it looks like. Tamio. It's not that good. Just passing the turn after that.
Yeah, but the problem is that those decks are shitting on control then can't really play too much.
Game 2.
But regardless, yeah.
Steven continues to gain life. Thoughtseize. Brainstorm, Infiltrator. Infiltrator gone, that makes sense.
Swing.
Oh, Steven also has that Orc Army represented by the D6, which I actually forgot was an Orc Army. Anyway. Down to 6 life now is Ed. Ed's in bad shape. Needs removal immediately. Can't brainstorm at this point.
Swing.
Tamio chump blocks. Take 1 from the Orc Army. Down to 3 is Ed. Nope. That is the game. That is the match. GG's. Mono Black gets it. Mono Black, everybody. Mono Black. Pastina and AJ Potato are here with us. AJ Potato says first DCI infraction of the day. Yeah, that was a big one. Keith Master Flex, thank you for the resub. 40 months for Keith. And Keith says, hello, people. What's up, Keith? Keith with a 3-year badge. This month is 5 years of 90s MTG streaming on Twitch. It's unbelievable. Thank you to people like Keith Masterflex in the chat that have been with us a long time. And thank you to the people that are new hanging out with us. Especially those that have picked up memberships. Keeping this thing alive, whatever this thing is. We're still not even really sure what's going on 90s MTG, but we are appreciative of all the support. And by we, I mean me. Hope for Escape says bagel party incoming. Maybe, I don't know. You know? All right, let's set up another poll for the chat. Which match next? Your options will be Miracles versus Dark Depths, or Lands versus Eldrazi, or Lands versus Blue-White Tempo. 1 minute. Get your vote in. Neon, thank you for the resub with Prime. 12 months. That's another 1-year badge picked up by a member of the chat. Thank you, Neon, for sticking with us. Death says, what would a bagel's mana value be? It would be 0. It would be 0. It would be a food. Keith Masterflex says, crazy 2 weeks post-COVID lockdown to today. It's crazy how much time has flown by. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Voodoo says, I know a lot about DCI infractions. Shaking my head. Be careful out there, folks. Harry Houdini arrives in the chat, says, hello from Orlando. Very interesting. Wow. AJ Potato says, I am eating a bagel right now, but I'm told a bagel outside of NYC is not actually a bagel. You know what? There might be something to that, but let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there. Some people get really upset about this stuff. Harry Houdini says, I get around. You know what, Harry? You enjoy your life. You enjoy your life. Lands versus Blue-White Tempo will be up next. Kiviuk contributed 3,900 channel points. Let's do it. Gizlo, thank you for the resub with Prime. 32 months for Gizlo. That's a long time. Thank you for Gizlo. Thank you for sticking with us, Gizlo. Lots of bagels in the chat. Diving in.
Sounds good. Good luck, Audrey.
I don't remember one time I played you. You were on one of Lotus Petal, and it was like 8cast. Yeah. You were it was a Monday night. I think you came out. And you double turned to me. Yeah. I was like, all right. One of them was off the Lotus Petal.
Okay, joining us on the left is Eric on Lands. On the right, we have Audrey with Blue-White Bounce, Blue-White Otters, Blue-White Tempo. I don't know.
Okay.
Sounds like both players kept 7. We are ready to go. Tundra, Ponder. We're underway. It resolves. This was from round 4 of the Game Story Legacy Monthly, a 1K competitive REL event we had. This was a point in the tournament where both players were fighting for spots in the top 8.
I'll go
I'm not playing. Oh, really? Do you want to cut these? I need to.
We're in a hype train right now in the chat. 3 minutes left on that. Gift a sub. Cheer in the chat. Move us along.
Mox. Tabernacle.
All right, Mox Diamond discards the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Of course, the glue that holds Legacy together. Expiration. It's getting forced. Pitching Brainstorm. I like countering. Oh, we had this happen earlier with the life counters. The players still getting used to the life counters. But I like countering Exploration against lands. It's one of the most powerful cards. A Wasteland follow-up to blow up Urza's Saga is huge. Great start to the game for Audrey.
Exploration? Sure.
All right, a follow-up Exploration will resolve. No land play, though. Misty Rainforest. Things are getting interesting. No land for Eric once again. Flashing in Felia, the Exuberant Shepherd. We have freaking dogs in Magic now. Can you believe it? What happened to elves and dragons? Sick of this crap.
Play around to combat.
All right. Eric anticipating the play here. Felia will blink the Mox Diamond, which is bad news for Eric. It goes to the trash. Staff of the Storyteller makes a spirit.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Eric scoops it up. Game 1 goes to Audrey very quickly. The dog.
Okay.
All right, players getting ready for game 2. Eric will be on the play, I assume. Mox Diamond. Discarding Dark Depths this time.
Saga, trigger.
Urza's Saga comes in, gets his first chapter counter. AJ Potato with a question. Why did some lands list stop playing Sphere? Seems good right now in the meta. That's a good question. Malevolent Rumble on the stack. It's getting force pitching Brainstorm.
It's too powerful. It's just like, it's just better and Esper. My turn. They're not gonna bait me with it. They will fight a basic island by Storm Chaser's Talent.
Okay, that is Storm Chaser's Talent. Card from Bloomborough that's been hot at our locals recently. I don't see this card in many of the MTGO decklist dumps, but this card is on a lot of tables at our legacy locals here in New York City. This bounce strategy from other formats. We've seen some players on stream playing a variety of different decks featuring the Otters.
Take the town not big enough. All that nonsense. Go ahead. Now, I
Guess it right? Take a shoulder spell instead.
oh, that's strands.
Yeah, it's great. It's a really fun card. One of that I innovated.
What class are you, chat? I miss when Magic didn't have classes and we just had regular enchantments. This game really makes me mad. All right, Eric making a construct on end step. Urza's Saga sometimes can win games all on its own. Urza's Saga ticks up to chapter 3. Audrey has fetched. Audrey dug up a Plains. Okay. Now making a construct is Eric. The search resolves. Okay. I wasn't sure if we were going to see a consign on the search. Death from Above says, I wish you could proliferate classes. Yeah, the classes don't get counters. This came up on a recent stream. Lava Spur Boots comes in. One of the big cards for Legacy from Outlaws of Thunder Junction was the Lava Spur Boots. This card, maybe if I asked people at Legacy events without looking it up, what cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction had a huge impact on Legacy, they'd probably be like, oh, I don't know, maybe Bristly Bill, but Lava Spur Boots might be the one. This card has had a big impact. It's appearing in a lot of the Urza Saga decks. Sajiri Step giving protection to the not summoning sick one. Mox Diamond comes in. We're going to equip.
7 damage. 3, 4, 5. They're 5, 5, so 6. 11 damage? 11, yeah.
11 damage. We're going to chump with an Otter. Take a big hit.
2 fetches of 4, that's 3. I just got tapped for 6, so 9, right? I'm saying that right? No. 1, 2, 3. I blocked this one because I couldn't block this one.
Took 6 and took 3 from your own stuff.
Okay, Felia gets flashed in on end step. That could be a way to start cleaning up these constructs, actually. One of them has the boot, so it has ward. Eric currently has 5 artifacts in play. 2 copies of Mox Diamond, 2 constructs, and the boots.
Brainstorm?
Okay, still in Audrey's main phase. We're going to brainstorm. Luminorce's boots pretty much replace Shadow Spear in Saga decks. They even play it in Painter. Yeah, the Lava Spur boots have been great. Being able to equip these constructs in attack. And occasionally in decks like Painter, you'll equip something nasty like a Welder or something like that.
Attack trigger, open this.
Okay, playing a Wasteland. Felia will blink a construct. The total number of artifacts decreases by 1. 2 damage gets in from Felia. The life totals on the counter weren't updated. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Lava Spur boots. One of the best additions to Legacy from the past year as far as like gameplay and stuff like that. I'm not even sure if Lava Spur boots sees play in the smaller formats. Like, does it see play in Modern? Does it see play in Pioneer? Did it see play in Standard? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Pithing Needle naming Wasteland is in.
Go to combat. Swing. 6.
5.
Okay, 6 damage comes in from this this construct equipped with the boots. It went back up to 6 power thanks to the needle. All right, passing it back to Audrey. Could attack with Felia, blink this last construct, pay the ward.
Beginning of combat. Crop rotate the Sajiri stack.
Crop rotation. During beginning of combat, sacking Sajiri step, put Karakas into play, bounce Felia. It's pretty good. Audrey could be in trouble here. Can't waste Karakas.
That's all your cards.
Needs a blocker for this construct.
Deck stat. Like you can tell that you guys follow modern. Like modern player, modern spike players, legacy players. Modern stuff too.
Helen, man.
Pulling ideas.
Yeah, Karakas, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that card, chat. They had to ban it in Commander. They made it. They didn't test it.
On your upkeep. This town ain't big enough. This and this.
Ward trigger.
Okay, so this town ain't big enough. Bounce the construct. Bounce the Storm Chaser's talent. Pretty good.
Pass to you.
Yeah, the dog does have flash. Norna is right. So Storm Chaser's talent went back to Audrey's hand. Audrey's going to be able to play it, make another Otter. Clearing that last construct off the board was huge. Storm Chaser's talent will level up now. This town ain't big enough. Returns to hand.
Go ahead.
combat. Just 1 second. Just down this on the needle.
All right, so bouncing Pithing Needle, bouncing Storm Chaser's Talent to trigger Prowess on the Otter. The blue die is representing Prowess. Caracas gets blown up by a Wasteland. Huge turn for Audrey. I think life totals might still be wrong. I don't know. Players are in agreement on the life totals, I guess. Flooded Strand gets cracked here. Now Eric's in some trouble. Replaying the Storm Chaser's Talent, making another Otter. Yeah, this town ain't big enough. Might be the real Outlaws of Thunder Junction Legacy All-Star. Might be.
On you.
Bajuka Bog. All right. Audrey's graveyard is gone. I don't think Audrey cares that much. Needle.
Bond with nothing.
And Wasteland. Go ahead.
Okay. Needle is back on Wasteland. Felia gets flashed back in. Could be a way to blink the Needle, activate Wasteland if needed. Brainstorm, trigger Prowess. 2 Otters on Audrey's side.
Sanctuary target Fireless.
18. Ponder triggers.
Ponder, more Prowess triggers. Looks like Eric is scooping. Okay. That is the match. Audrey gets it. All right. I guess I'm surprised it was that fast. GG's. This town ain't big enough. Wow. Which match next? The Twitch chat will vote. Your options will be Mono Red Stompy versus Reanimator. Ninjas versus Reanimator. Red Stompy versus Jeskai Wizards, I think it is. Green-White Dark Depths versus Miracles. Or Esper versus Mono Black. 1 minute. Get your votes in. All right, some people are hoping for Miracles. Vote now in the chat. There's a poll happening now in the chat. Which match we will watch next. It is up to you, people of the chat. It is up to you. I'm going to vote on this one. What do I want? I don't even know. All right, I voted. Our Discord server is up on your screen. Find the link and join our Discord server. If you're watching this later on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Tell YouTube, they can't figure this out without your help. Tell YouTube that 90sMTG is a good YouTube channel, if that's what you think, by hitting subscribe. It's free. And without your help, YouTube has no idea what's happening. Esper versus Mono Black is up next. Luminax has contributed 3750. Let's do it. Let's do it. Esper mono black. Diving in.
Draw.
All right. On the left now is Audrey on Esper. On the right is Paulo on mono black. Flooded Strand. I believe I saw Paulo take a mulligan. Basic Swamp pass. This mono black deck I think is like triple or quadruple sleeved. It looks like 200 cards. Flooded Strand getting cracked by Audrey now. Getting a Tundra. This mono black deck, I've played against it a few times, has some interesting things going on, I would say. We see some mono black decks on stream with a variety of different strategies. There's some brewing potential in the mono black archetype, I guess you would say. Or you could say. There's a brainstorm resolving here for Audrey. There were no responses to that. All right, passing the turn back to Paulo, whose end step play is a cycling a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Swamp cycling. Finds a basic swamp. So some reanimator stuff could be happening. Yeah, AJ Potato is right. I think this mono black deck might be quadruple sleeved. Lotus Petal for Paulo. Reanimate the troll. That resolves. There's the troll. Passing the turn. End step cracking of Flooded Strand. I think I saw Audrey had a swords, but I'm not sure. Undercity Sewers coming in though. Surveil. Surveil. That resolves. Look like a Daze on top. Doesn't seem very good right now. I might dump that. If it was Daze. Alright. Daze getting milled makes some sense. Unless Audrey needed a blue card to pitch to Force or something like that. Brainstorm for Audrey. It's common in the chat says Paulo has some really nice cards. Yeah, Paulo has a nice collection. We may see some what Magic players call bling in this mono black deck. Luminor says Surveillance are probably the best addition to Legacy in the last few years. Easily brought down the price of mana bases. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the price of mana bases. I haven't really crunched the numbers or anything. But gameplay-wise, the Surveillance have been great. And I hope they continue adding lands to the Legacy format with similar impact to the Surveillance, where mana bases can have some variety, because I find the, four Flooded Strand, 4 Polluted Delta, 2 Tundra, 2 Underground Sea, like those mana bases that were just like the same for so long, I find them so boring compared to what you see in Modern or Pioneer, where you're like, do we want check lands? Do we want pathways? Do we want, there's some just variety in the lands that go into different decks based on whether they're trying to be aggressive or, can I fit a Triome into this deck? Legacy is just not interesting in that way. Scrubland is found by Polluted Delta. Yeah, the Verges in Modern are cool. I agree with Aviator. There's some Legacy players watching it right now that are like, what are the Verges? They have no idea what's happening. They're completely checked out. They have no idea. What about the lore?
Sorry?
Teferi Time Raveler comes in. It could be a way to bounce this troll.
-3 targeting.
All right, minusing Teferi. Teferi will bounce the troll. Pretty good turn for Audrey. Pass the turn. There won't be a lot to waste on Paulo's side. Gonna cycle the Troll of Khazad-dûm again, sending it back to the trash. Yeah, the other formats don't have Wasteland. That's true. That's true. But the Surveil lands exist in Legacy despite Wasteland, and they enter tapped. Nicely done. The Surveil lands, I think. Okay. Passing the turn back to Paulo now.
You got basic swap?
All right, another reanimate, targeting the troll. It's going to resolve. Drop Paulo down to 8. Yeah, the Surveil lands were kind of an unexpected high impact cycle of cards for Legacy. I don't remember, at least I don't remember when Caller of Mana was getting previewed. People like, Legacy has changed forever. These lands are huge. I don't remember that reaction. If it happened, I forgot. And if you knew that the Surveil lands were going to be good and bought playsets of them or whatever before everybody else knew, good for you. Its Kama is hoping for more enchantment-type lands. Interesting. Murktide Regent. It's going to be a 6/6. It might be able to race this troll. Paulo's at 8. That is an Urborg. Not super relevant right now. If anything, helps Audrey. Attack him with the troll. Drops Audrey to 5. Bowlmaster. It looks like Murktide is going to win this race with the Bowlmaster friend. Uh-oh. All right, Audrey wins the race. Takes game 1. Felt like it was stolen. Game 1 goes to Audrey.
I'm gonna take Force of Will.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll pass.
Fetch Monkey says hello from Singapore. Where in the world is everybody watching from right now? Hello from New York. My home state for my whole life. New York. Good place to visit. Come jam some Legacy with us. All right, basic swamp for Paulo. What, did Paulo switch the basic swamps in the deck between games? What just happened? What happened to the other ones? Wait, weren't there other swamps in game 1? I'm so confused. Is this? Did we accidentally? What just happened? Dark Depths, okay. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual on the stack. It's going to resolve. Vampire Hexmage with 1 black mana floating. Sacking it now to make a Merit Lage. Okay, we know Audrey has Wastelands in the deck. This unlocks the play of Prismatic Ending, potentially. We'll see how this works out. All right, Swords on Merit Lage. It's going to go through. Paulo's going to gain 20 life. I mean, gaining 20 life is not bad. Merit Age is gone. Another basic swamp. I'm so confused about the swamps. What happened between games? Are there like swamps with different art in the sideboard? Collective Brutality.
You're up. See your end. Okay, 2 you lose 2.
Discard a
Oh
card.
no, so just one more.
You wanna cut?
No, you're good.
You can't.
Okay, so Collective Brutality resolves here. Paulo did not escalate. Swords, Ponder, Brainstorm, Force of Will. Okay. Swords is selected. Audrey has some disruption in hand. People of the chat saying that New York is a plane now in the multiverse. We have people watching from Dallas, Texas, Amsterdam, New Jersey, New Brunswick. Very cool.
Battle Rager?
That one is also.
I'll take the initiative.
There's Urborg for Paulo again. Cabal Therapy.
The swamp. I'm gonna pass out to that.
Okay, Brainstorm happening here in response to Cabal Therapy. Cabal Therapy going to the trash for some reason, but it's still on the stack.
One, two, three, four, five. So it's 7, 7.
Yeah.
5 land choices.
Like Fury.
Fury's good.
Murktide.
Naming Murktide Regent, and it's a hit. Brainstorm, Swords, Ponder, Wasteland. Okay. Okay, went after Murktide. Collective Brutality. Okay. Take Swords is my guess.
Cards?
Draw.
Yeah.
Sure.
Combat.
Sword, yeah.
3.
Okay, Swords is taken. 3 copies of Swords of Plowshares in the graveyard now for Audrey. Audrey's going to start the turn with a Ponder. Paulo does have 40 life. Took a Murktide out of hand. Audrey cracks the fetch now after the Ponder. Finds a scrubland. Guess that's fine.
I'll make you lose 5 life.
6.
Okay, Baleful Strix, not bad. Draw a card, pass the turn.
I'm gonna go 13. I'm gonna leave a colorless floating.
Yeah.
Is this a Helm of Obedience deck? I don't believe so, no. I don't believe this deck has Helm of Obedience. But we saw some reanimation stuff. We saw Dark Depth stuff. This deck has some surprises. Full Strix is going to take a while. 39 life now for Paulo after the attack. Played many Baleful Strixes in my day. Big fan of this card. Is it still too good for Modern? Does anybody know? I don't know.
Exile. He counter. He uses.
Audrey holding a Brainstorm. Being careful with the opposition agent and Bowmaster possibilities. Gonna waste that Urborg now. Yeah, with the Psychic Frog around in Modern, I can't see how Baleful Strix is a problem. But I always feel silly commenting on Modern because I haven't played it myself in quite a while.
Yeah, right.
It's been years at this point, unfortunately. I say that with no joy. I wish I had time to play Modern too.
Just want to see one thing about it.
Sure.
Dark Depths. Hex Mage. Okay. Okay. Going for it now?
The ability to
Even
resolve.
block your silver draw for regardless. Yeah, I go to I'm gonna go to 1.
Initiative.
Yeah, there's the initiative thing.
Okay, I'm confused. But we went to make a Marit Lage, and Audrey just did the Wasteland
Yeah,
thing.
you choose. Those are separate triggers.
I thought Paulo was going to do something else. All right. Wasteland successfully stops the Marit Lage. Maybe Paulo... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that one. That was strange. Undercity Sewer, Surveil.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Basic planes into the graveyard, okay. Attacking with the Strix, pass the turn.
Moving to combat.
Okay, Paulo just passes the turn. I mean, it might have even been better to just keep the Hex Mage and attack with the Hex Mage for a while. It's 2 power. And if Audrey, for some reason, proactively tries to waste Dark Depths, you just make a Marit Lage. I don't even know what Paulo could do to... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
It's rare that I'll declare on stream that something was the wrong play, but that felt like the wrong play. Hexmate should still be on the table with Dark Depths, I think.
Yeah, have other threats.
Yeah, I know. Come on, we're tied for Andre.
Paulo hoping for a Murktide. Okay. Grafdigger's Cage will stop the reanimation stuff. Attacking with Baleful Strix. That's another thing. I was thinking maybe Paulo had another Dark Depths and was going to reanimate the Hex Mage and do that. But nothing happened on the later turn, so I'm unsure.
3 brainstorm, spawner, 3 plows.
Let's have a key, draw.
Grafdigger's Cage is a pain in the butt now. What is Paulo holding? Is there an Entomb in hand? Unclear. Baleful Strix is still going to take a while. Paulo's at 35. Well, therapy. Okay.
Name. Ponder.
I mean, Ponder, it's a hit. Swords of Plowshares left in hand with a Force of Will. Another Swords of Plowshares. Attack with the Strix. Can hard cast Force now. Turns out.
On the forge. The 2 plus some counters on.
Audrey needs a Rancor or something for this Baleful Strix. Give it a Bone Splitter.
Yeah.
What auras should Audrey put on this Baleful Strix? Also, related question: what's the best aura in Legacy right now? Does anybody know? Bowmaster gets flashed in. All right, that might speed things up a little bit. Bowmaster will make an Orc army. What could be in Paulo's hand? It looks like 7 cards, maybe all related to reanimating. But then, yeah, I don't know. Well, Thoughtseize now.
Everything is, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
Okay, Audrey's hand gets revealed. Consign the Wandering Emperor. Swords to Plowshares, Force of Will, and a basic swamp.
Go with the Dreadnought pile then.
Keith says it's definitely Animate Dead. I think so. What's the second best aura in Legacy then?
Yeah.
And
Tab up keep.
trigger.
Sword.
Okay, still goes for swords, leaves the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, I agree. Swift reconfiguration is interesting. All right, passing the turn back to Audrey. Audrey's going to attack for 3. Pass the turn.
I'm gonna draw a card.
I didn't think it was going to be like.
Discarding Galta, okay. What? Felia Exuberant Shepherd gets flashed in. Blinking the Bowmaster.
I'm gonna go ahead and set trigger. Yep.
Galta Stampede Tyrant. It's an interesting one. Can't reanimate with Grafdigger's Cage on the table. Audrey has a faster clock now, but Paulo's still at 21 life. Can take a few more turns at least. Swamp Cycling Troll, okay. Maybe this Grafdigger's Cage is just holding everything back right now. There's a swamp. Hey, it's one of the swamps from earlier. Okay.
You're forced to jump.
4.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7 power on Audrey's side now.
Very close to
Combat.
trigger. Fast.
Okay, blinking the Bowmaster again. 6 damage gets through. Bring back in the Bowmaster. That'll grow the Orc Army. More damage for next turn. Felia grows.
Yeah, I was trying to dig for more removal like this because I know you have like a lot of counters and stuff.
You're in Fatal Push?
No, I don't
Fatal
use
Push.
it.
I was worried you run like if you're in like 4 Fatal Pushes, it's a much better.
I'm running
matchup.
this, so it's just funny, but that's mostly for Eldrazi.
Yeah.
Sure. Target?
I used to run Fatal Bush, but I took it out because it was easy to counter it. That's why I brought in Longbind instead.
What's the good counter against Fatal Push?
What's a good counter?
Yeah.
You like counter force.
Mutated cultist. It blocks Felia. Felia will die. The cultist will die. 4 damage still gets through. Paulo drops to 10. Bowmaster comes in. Amass one more time. Pass the turn.
I didn't see any thralls or anything like that.
Yeah, this actually is no thrall.
Huh.
Yeah.
Another cultist. Okay.
It just feels so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's super dependent on like local meta for sure. Like
Right.
sometimes
Could kill this Orc Army. Can sign on its trigger. Okay. Well. Well, countering it as well. It's countered and its trigger is countered.
So I like the Curie a bit more.
Now the Wandering Emperor gets flashed in. Audrey was very patient with this Wandering Emperor. Saved it for any big threat creatures. It kind of works as a removal spell. Gonna plus the Wandering Emperor, give a counter to the Bowmaster. Big attack coming in. That should be lethal. That is the match. Okay. Okay. Audrey takes the match. Defeats the mono black Dark Depths Reanimator. Let's set up another poll for the chat to decide which match we will watch next. Dark Depths versus Esper. Dark Depths versus Miracles. Ninjas versus Dimir Reanimator. Eldrazi versus Cephalid Breakfast. Or Lands versus Esper. 1 minute. Vote now in the chat. It is up to you, people of the chat, to decide which match we will watch next. Discord is up on your screen. Join our Discord if you're not in our Discord. Find the link and join our Patreon. You can join it for free. And make sure you subscribe to the 90s MTG YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody that's been subscribing. That's free. Less than a minute on this poll. About 30 seconds left. Twitch chat deciding. What do they want? I'm going to vote. Almost out of time. Close vote. All right. Dr. Pepper contributed 1,200. Eldrazi versus Breakfast is up next. Let's do it. Diving in.
I will keep it. I'm all good.
Okay, resolving mulligans right now. On the left, we have Yasu on Cephalid Breakfast. On the right, we have Zach on Eldrazi. Shout out to Light Confidant. Shout out to Mr. Varga, our monthly gift sub and cheerleaders. Getting ready to go.
Sure, it's part of the league. It's almost 5 years. This month is 5 years.
Almost ready to go. Looks like one card on the bottom for Yasu.
Oh, cool. Good to hear.
I was like, oh, I want to play. But I was like,
Alrighty.
Okay, one card on the bottom. Mold to 6 has completed. Who's on the play? I think it's Zach. Wasteland. Pass the turn. Okay.
Pass the turn.
Yeah, it's fine. They get a nice event fire right now. It's fun.
Draw some temple. Tap 3. Flush Raker.
Glaring Flushraker hits the stack. Aviator says Zach has to be the bad guy in this matchup. We'll see. Meticulous Archive, okay. Okay, dumps a Trop into the graveyard. Daze on the Flushraker. Okay. Flushraker is countered, it turns out.
Go.
Yasu knows about the Wasteland on the other side, so we're going to protect that Meticulous Archive by playing the Misty. One of the ways you can disrupt the Breakfast decks is to go after their mana, Whether it's Blood Moon or Wasteland or Sowing Mycospawn or Mycospawn. Fleshraker again.
Yep.
This time it resolves, and then Zach passes the turn. Alright, Meticulous Archive gets replayed. Mills and Narcomoeba, it will come into play. Pass the turn. This card, Narcomoeba, is busted.
Think of that in my head. That was good.
I hope they never bring back the Future Sight frame, right, chat? Very worried about frames here in the Legacy community. What frame is it? Is it OG? People just crying. Lotus Petal comes in again. Ping, make another spawn. 2 spawns now. Nice tokens for Zach.
Three, four, five.
Gaia's Cradle on Zach's side, making some mana. Here's the Mycospawn.
Cast triggers. So I'll exile your archive.
Exiling the archive. It gets exiled. Now Zach's going to search for a land.
I'm sorry, man. I joined the Eldrazi team after sitting in that seat too long. I'm so sick of it.
All right, Zach very apologetic about the whole thing. This land destruction is too good.
So weird.
Cards in hand. One.
It's a Cavern of Souls.
I'm gonna force pitch. Okay.
Okay, Force of Willing, the Sowing Mycospawn.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Another one.
So Mycospawn's forced.
And then I get 2 triggers.
There was a ping from the spawn. Did Yasuo accidentally do 2 damage to himself? Unsure. Oh, maybe the life from the Force of Will was counted. All right, Glaring Fleshraker attacking. Players are in agreement about life totals. Just a Narcomoeba on defense. Fleshraker is a 2/2.
Seville.
Yasuo trying to 1-2 combo Nomads and Core or Shuko plus F Illusionist, flip over the deck, flashback Dread Return after some Narcomoebas and make make Thassa's Oracle win the game, but land destruction screwing it all up. Hedge Maze gets blown up. Let me mill my deck and win.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 mana. Devourer of Destiny. Exile the Narcomoeba. Glaring Fleshraker makes another token. Yasuo's in trouble.
Swing with Fleshraker. And then I will crack for green. And once upon a time.
Once Upon a Time for Zach. Taking a look. Thought Not Seer, pretty good.
Yep, anything else? No, I'm gonna hold on to that. Yeah, let me just, like, do absolutely nothing, waste my time. I'll plow the Fleshraker. Okay. 5.
Okay, Source of Plowshares on the Fleshraker. It's a start. Devourer of Destiny has 5 power. It's getting swords. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Go.
This game is not over. I mean, swords on both Fleshraker and Devourer of Destiny. I know Zach's about to play a Thought-Knot Seer, but Nomad's Thassa's Oracle. All right, well, Thassa's Oracle might be exiled here, and that shuts off one way of winning the game.
Past you. Go.
Nomads and Core, pass the turn.
Attack the Thought-Knot Seer. Fleshraker.
Another Fleshraker. Pretty good.
Not a Michael spawn.
One damage.
Unfucking deal. J Saga. Go.
Illusionist, okay. If not for the land destruction, this might have been a game-winning Illusionist. I said when we started, one of the ways to disrupt these breakfast decks is land destruction. And then hand disruption also played a huge role here. That Thought-Knot Seer, basically, if Zach didn't also have the Thought-Knot Seer, Yasuo could have still won. All right, that's a scoop. Game 1 goes to Eldrazi. The Eldrazi deck combines land destruction with fast, aggressive creatures, I guess. Kozilek's Command and Thought-Knot Seer provide disruption that the deck kind of needs to keep up these days, maybe. Maybe. Somebody's going to correct me. Did the job there in Game 1. The deck doesn't have Brainstorm and Ponder to find its pieces. You're playing off the top of the deck some of the time. Had the Myco spawn. If Yasuo went, I don't know, turn 1 Shuko, turn 2 Illusionist, flipped over the deck, probably would have won the game. Probably. Here's a Ponder.
Pass turn. Okay, end of your turn all once upon a time. Sounds good.
Okay. Ancient Tomb into hand for Zach. Soul Lands still, of course, super powerful in Legacy, supported in this deck by the Eldrazi synergistic lands. Wasteland comes in for Zach. Good way to disrupt is the land destruction. Brainstorm for Yasuo now. One of the weak points of these breakfast decks is definitely the mana base. The mana base is sketchy. It's got Urza's Saga and then Bant duels and then, blue and white basics, and it's a little bit of a mess. There's a Savannah in there. If the breakfast if you submitted Cephalid Breakfast as your draft deck, people would be questioning your mana base. Maybe you train wreck the draft. Here's Fleshraker.
That's all?
Oh, fetch.
Okay, fetching a Tundra in response.
Sure, you're still responding.
Yeah.
I was going to consign. Yep.
All right, consign, counter the Fleshraker. Now, Yasuo untapped with 2 lands in play. I don't think I have to explain it any further, but Zach could be in trouble here. Urza Saga. All right, nothing further. Zach has a Wasteland.
Cavern on Eldrazi.
Cavern of Souls, naming Eldrazi, pretty good. Going for 4 mana, sowing Microspawn, just to search. Consign to memory.
Cast trigger, okay.
Just the cast trigger, okay? So no search.
Draw, it's close to 2. I'll name Wizard on my Cavern. Okay.
Cavern on Wizard for Yasuo. Oh yeah, that's another thing. This deck has Cavern of Souls in the mana base. I was anyway. Sorry, Micah Swan's tech was up on the screen. It was not kicked. Shuko now being cast for Yasuo.
Make a construct. Okay. So it's 2/2 right now. Make a 3/2. Okay. Pass turn.
Okay. Equipping the construct, which is represented by a Yu-Gi-Oh card with Shuko. It's a 3/2. That's an Eldrazi Temple for Zach.
Attack Micah Spawn.
Okay, willing to trade with the construct here. The Micah Spawn attacking. Yasuo's going to take it. Shuko is a combo piece in this deck. Able to combine with Cephal Illusionist to mill the library, or with Nadu to get a bunch of cards.
Float a colorless and cast Thought Knot Seer.
Floating a colorless Thought Knot Seer.
What's going on with the Cavern? I just tapped it for whatever. Okay, so it's uncounterable. Yeah, it's uncounterable.
Yeah, cannot counter the Thought Knot Seer. It resolves Prismatic Ending, double Nomads and Core. Okay. I think it makes sense to take Prismatic Ending here. I think. Redundant Nomads and Core. It is exiled. Wasteland could blow up Urza Saga here. I think that's the right play.
Then,
passing the turn, Yasuo with a 3/2 construct. Plays a Nomads and Core. Cavern is on Wizard on Yasuo's side. So couldn't play the other Nomads. Yasuo could potentially double block Thought Knot Seer. Attacking. I like the double block here.
Before damage, I'm going to activate Nomads 4 times, targeting the construct.
Yep. Just losing the construct here. Nomads will live. Thought Knot Seer will die. Yasuo will draw a card. Sowing Microspawn gets through for some damage.
I'll take 3. And you'll take 3. Take 4 off the tombs.
Zach paying life. Sire of 7 Deaths.
Stick plays this card now. First strike vigilance, madness, trample.
It's the only place it's getting any competitive play.
Yeah. I already forgot what it did.
It's got everything except for Death Touch and Haste.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah, your turn.
It has it all. It has it all. It even has Rampage.
Optic you as Cephalid.
Zach just has 1 card in hand. A Cephalid Illusionist. Could be game-winning still. A Nadu could be pretty gross. But maybe not enough.
I didn't tap my mana.
This is not over.
Should probably seek some professional help. My God.
There's a ponder shuffle happening here.
Yeah, I've been on this deck for 2 years.
Okay, it's one of the ones that I was like, when I was building my first paper deck after being gone for so long. It looks fun.
Okay, plays another No Man's Core. The Sire of Seven Death does have Menace, Vigilance, Trample, Reach. Yeah, Horsemanship, Banding, Flanking, Persists. Yeah, it has it all. What's the strangest Magic mechanic of all time, chat? Strangest. Strangest.
1, 2, and call it green. Fleshraker.
Now a Glaring Fleshraker. It's going to be pretty good here. This is not over, though. This is not over. Attacking with the Sire, attacking with the Mycospawn. Double block the Mycospawn. Do the transferring damage thing again. Make sure one of them lives.
Shuko, but you're going to redirect it all to the...
Yeah. Pretty much, I just do 3 triggers.
Yeah, you can't. I don't get to... You get to choose where it goes, really, right?
Okay. So the Mycospawn will die in combat. The Sire will get through. Won't be able to survive another hit from the Sire.
And pass 2.
All right, passing the turn back to Yasu.
Octopus Wizard or whatever it is now.
Another No Man's Core. I think Yasu still loses the game here.
It's a sick joke.
That is a sick joke, man.
Roberts, thank you for the resub. 33 months for Roberts, creeping up towards a 3-year badge.
Alright, Vegan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Devourer of Destiny.
Devourer of Destiny, okay.
One of your nomads.
I'm just dead anyway. Because you just attacked me.
I think if you double block both of those, because then the Fleshraker gets you through. Yeah, I don't.
And this is uncounterable.
It's uncounterable, and there's going to be a cast trigger. You'll take 2, so you'll be down to 4.
You got this. I'm dead anyway.
All right, Eldrazi gets the match. It's all very unfair. GG's. GG's. Wow. Land destruction. Anyway. Which match next? Your options will be Jeskai versus Reanimator. Esper versus Lands. Lands versus Eldrazi. Or Miracles versus Dark Depths. You have 1 minute. Vote now in the chat. Robert says we're all going to vote for Lands. We'll see. We'll see. Less than a minute. Our Discord server is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We have a Patreon. We have a merch shop. Links are all over the place. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Wow. Also, 100% of the prediction poll said Breakfast is going to win that game, and they were all wrong. Wow. That's sad. Up next, we have Esper versus Lands. Roberts contributed 1650. Let's do it. Diving in.
Do you fetch Island there, even if you didn't know it? Makes sense.
I fetch Island because the secondary impervious to wasteland.
Oh,
Maybe I would have felt more risky, just because you multiply. But I already had Island Fodder with my opener. I just had to waste it out.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah.
When I did my episode with Zach,
Very much so.
we were just joking.
I think
Zach
Wasteland's
literally could not say my last name right, and I spelled it out for him very phonetically.
All right, on the left side, we have Eric on lands with a very nice-looking T-shirt. And on the right, we have David with Esper. Is it tempo? Is it control? Is it mid-range? Is it aggro? We don't know. Once upon a time.
I was jealous I couldn't phonetically spell my name with emojis. Is it Marchese? Marchese. Because CH is cut in the time.
I'm gonna play Fable Green.
It could have anything, Roberts. These decks could have anything. Urza Saga is found off Once Upon a Time. Beseiju, okay. Expiration, big card. It resolves, play the Urza Saga. Big turn 1 for Eric. All right, Flooded Strand gets correct for David.
I don't know, for real. Who's combat?
Islands, Tameo.
The thing about this.
All right, Tameo to start. Tameo, of course, an important part of Legacy at this point. I think we're going to be seeing this card for a while. Urza Saga ticks up to 2. Okay, Wasteland comes in, has nothing to hit at the moment. Eric could potentially start making some constructs.
Dark Depths.
Now Dark Depths as well. Okay. We know that card.
Should add some like. I think I should add more like white fetches to your deck, like Arid Mesas.
Tameo attacks. David will make a clue. Now a brainstorm. That will turn Tameo most likely into a planeswalker. Robert's asking the big questions. Is it correct to do 5 and 5 on 2 D6s, 6 and 4, or a D20 showing 10, or a D10 showing 10, or 10 beads? What are we supposed to be doing with Dark Depths, Chuck? Tameo now at 4 loyalty. Making a construct on end step is Eric.
What else? I'm at 14. Nope.
Okay, fetching in response to the Urza Saga search, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm gonna Surveil is the only thing.
Okay, Undercity Sewer, Surveil. Just fetching before potential Pithing Needle could shut off Polluted Delta.
Yep. And then that put in, I'm at 18. Did you cut?
All right, we fixed the life totals.
I'll keep it on top. Was there like a 6 equals 2? So I do with both knights?
With both? Yep. I'll go to 10.
Play the monarchy.
What about 10 D6s showing the number 1?
Yep. Dude, can you imagine if I just top deck Pyroblade?
Would suck.
Drop?
I'm at 19 though, I think I should go.
It's not bad.
I mean, for ice counters, can we use like some frosty, cold-looking dice though? Like, I don't know.
Move to beginning of combat. 2. Yep.
All right, Mox Diamond is found where there is a saga.
What was I at again? Oh, I was at 10, right? I
took 4 from 14 cents.
Yep.
Okay. That's not bad.
Go to combat? Yep.
All right, Century Step was discarded to the Mox Diamond. Tamia will absorb an attack for 3. Well, an attack for 2, but the construct has 3 power right now before the Tamio trigger. Another exploration for Eric, but then just passing the turn.
Is that?
Yep. Or second Fable.
It's worse than a second Fable. It's a monkey.
Tamia will tick back up to 4. It's a little bit vulnerable to attacks from these constructs now. Dark Depths doesn't look like David has any onboard disruption for it. No Wasteland or anything like that. Oh, well, there's Wasteland. Okay, well, that changes that situation. Eric also has Wasteland, though. Eric could initiate by wasting the waste if a Merit Lage is attempted. Malevolent Rumble resolves.
5. Just deal 5? Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And tip draw?
And just draw.
Crop rot. You know the deal.
Very weird card from Modern Horizons 3 that I don't think Legacy players are aware exists, but it does.
What life am I at again? 6.
That's an Eldrazi spawn. Eric has the 2 constructs. They have 3 power. Could try to attack Tamio here. There's also the possibility that David has Orcish Bowmaster. All right, attacking with 2 constructs. I'm assuming at Tamio.
Yeah. I said resolve, so I also forgot about it. 4. I'm at 4, yep. Yep. Untap drop. This. Yep. Go. Sure.
Okay, Tamio is knocked out.
Block this.
Oh, that's where my monitor is.
Well, I guess. Yep.
All good, all good.
No, I think I'll block the wizard. I'll block the wizard.
Tamio crunched. Eric with 2 cards in hand, it looks like. Urza Sagas. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm gonna shatter your island.
Tammy, no, yeah. All right, Bowmaster gets flashed in. Gonna ping Eric. Make an Orc army. Looks like a very fancy Orc army token. David takes the game seriously, unlike many of you. Look at that beautiful clue. Look at that beautiful Orc army. Look at Eric's beautiful tokens as well. This is how it should be done, folks. Have some respect for the game. Show respect for Richard Garfield. Show respect for Mark Rosewater. It's a strange show. All right, Baleful Strix. That's actually not bad right now. Baleful Strix, an artifact that'll help David now. Eric, not the only one with good artifacts, I guess. Wasteland takes out the Urza Saga. No longer have the option to disrupt Merit Lage with that. Risky. Dredging Loam. Dismember a Thespian stage, a Thespian stage. David scooping it up.
Don't know if it would have won him again, but there was two places where I thought I could.
Life from the Loam. That card's busted. The dredge mechanic, right, everybody? Real Bats has just got robbed by Daybreak Games from a 6-0 finish in cube with the something. You know what? I don't know what is going on over there, but it sounds interesting. MTGO is a high-quality piece of software. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Ponder, start the game for David. Draws off Ponder.
Once upon a time.
All right, once upon a time for Eric. Good way to start a game. Finds Urza Saga. I think that was the same card found in game 1, right? Cecilio says I paid my Sharks token 5 euros each during COVID due to the shortage. I did what has to be done. You know what? What you did was very brave, and we thank you. All right, Wasteland to start the game from Eric's side. Land destruction. Legacy players love it. Just not as a cast trigger, please. Can't interact. Basic island, maybe a cantrip, maybe Tameo. It will be Tameo. Luminor says, I still remember when foiled Goblin Shaman tokens were the same price as Fables. Are they still pricey, the Goblin Shaman tokens? I haven't checked in a long time. Or did they reprint them somehow? I don't know. I've lost track. Exploration. Good start for Eric. A promising game 2 from both players so far. Urza Saga.
Dismember the Tameo.
Huh?
Dismember on Tameo. Tameo is defeated.
No, I should have had a shot against them than when I was playing.
Audrey's running a lot of basics, so.
The lands deck, known for beating up on these Brainstorm, Ponder, Force of Will, Tempo-y decks. So far, it's looking like game 2 going well for Eric. But in 2025, cards like Tameo, cards like Brazen Borrower, Esper deck has game.
Dude, this is the combo right here.
Okay, Wasteland on the Urza Saga. That's a big play.
What am I missing?
Yeah, don't forget to bookmark our TCG player affiliate link. It's all over the place. Bookmark our affiliate link. It helps us out a lot. That's all you need to do is bookmark it. Another Urza Saga.
Did I just hear that from your mouth?
After a Beseju who endures.
So it immediately makes the 3-2 like haste, right?
Yeah.
You can swing it around.
I don't understand the
Consign.
Okay, consigned to memory on the Urza Saga Chapter 2 trigger. So how does this work? It can still tap for a mana. It will still go to Chapter 3 next turn. But it will no longer gain the ability to make constructs at all. So that's being stage. Malevolent Rumble once again. Malevolent Rumble. Interesting card from the from Modern Horizons 3. Finds a Thespian stage. Wasteland. Looks like Yavimaya crop rotation put into the graveyard. Makes another Eldrazi spawn. Thespian stage. The Thespian stages could copy Urza Saga.
Oh, baby.
All right, perfect basic mana, and then Barrogoyf. Not bad. David's in decent shape. Barrogoyf so powerful. One of my favorite cards from the past year. Crop rotation, second the Urza Saga. That's going to resolve. There was some risk there, I guess, but going for Dark Depths. Yavamaya will allow a Merit Lage to be created right now. Fist bump. That is the match. Surprise, I got a Merit Lage, says Eric. GG's. Well played. Lands. Still rocking in 2025. Twin shot sniper. The heck? Okay. Okay. Where are we on time? All right, we got some time. Setting up another poll for the chat. Which match next? It is up to you, people of the chat. Mono Red Stompy versus Reanimator. Mono Red Stompy versus Jeskai. Jeskai versus Reanimator. Lands versus Eldrazi. Or Esper versus Dark Depths. You got 1 minute. Vote now in the chat. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join it. Be in it. We just started another Webcam Legacy League. Our 14th Webcam Legacy League. Players around the world battling. If you're in the Discord and you're not even interested in playing, you could just join the voice calls. You see the gathering voice calls in the bottom left of your screen right now. And spectate some matches. If you see people joining in there, just join and watch some games happening in real time. We have a marketplace. We have a channel for deck lists. Many of the lists of the decks we see on stream. Make sure you're in our Discord community. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're able, hit join, become a member, unlock a bunch of cool stuff, including the next batch of videos for the following week and maybe even the week after. Mono Red versus Jeskai is up next. Mr. Varga contributed 750 channel points. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, diving in.
Okay. Okay, so all right, I'll play a windswept.
Francesco joins us on the left with Mono Red Stompy. On the right, we have Omar with Jeskai. This Jeskai deck, if it's the one I think it is pretty cool.
Green white.
If you've been watching our live streams recently or catching up with us on YouTube, you might be aware what is in this Jeskai deck. Maybe the playmat is a hint. We'll see. Who knows? Robert's wondering if it's the ambulance. It could be. Could be anything. One card on the bottom for Francesco. A mold of 6. Meticulous Archive. Surveil. Leave it on top.
How many cards in it?
Oh, keeping it on 5?
5. Yep.
Ancient Tomb for Francesco. Chromox. Okay. Imprinting Simian Spirit Guide.
That is the blue-white.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
So Surveil kept on top, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Surveil left the card on top. So Omar liked what was up there. Okay. Tapping Ancient Tomb for some mana. Magus of the Moon. That resolves. All right, well. Maybe Omar's in trouble. Nope, found a basic island. Scroll rack. Oh, man. What is going on?
Yep.
I'm going to put scroll rack in my deck, chat. 4 mana.
Drop.
Broadside Bombardiers. Oh, sorry. It was 3 mana. There's a moon in play. It's 3 mana. Whatever. Attacking for 4.
And then I will pass turn. Activate rack.
Sure. Can I read it?
Yeah. So I exile any number of cards from my hand face down, and then I look at that many, or I add that many cards from the top of my deck to my hands, and then the cards that I exiled go back on top. So I'm basically exchanging any amount of cards from my hands onto the top of my deck.
Okay, sure.
This card's busted. Did they test this? Yeah. Oh, it's a freaking commander card, right? Skull Rack? Oh, man. They don't know what they're doing.
In your turn, I'll cast competition. Sure. And then put these back on top.
Okay. Ah, so you're okay. You're switching. Okay.
At least they don't put cards like Scroll Rack in Standard, right? Lorien Revealed gets Island Cycle.
Yes, so for a basic land.
So grab a base.
That's why I stick with the Heritage format. Alright, basic island is found. Cycling Lorien Revealed.
No. Waste your time.
Sure.
I'm going to shuffle that.
Sure.
Yeah, Scroll Racks from Tempest. That set. They tested that set really thoroughly, I think. All makes a lot of sense. All right, passing it back to Francesco, who has Bombardiers, Magus of the Moon, bunch of cards in hand. Yeah, Mr. Arch, I heard that too, that they tested Tempest for Commander. Okay, playing a Simian Spirit Guide. Could be sacked to the Bombardiers to deal 5 damage.
Go to 12.
This one? Trigger? Yep. This one? Yep. Sacrifice this one?
Go to 7.
Okay, not technically a trigger, but sacking the Simian Spirit Guide to the Bombardier's Boast ability, dropping Omar down to 7. Omar could be in trouble. Scroll Rack getting activated now.
Put back. Or exile these 3. Yep. Sure. Pick up 3 cards. Take 2. Put these on top.
That's a card.
It certainly is. It's my first time playing with it. Fortunately, I think it's just a little too late to help me out.
Too late. It was turn 2.
Tamio?
Sure.
All right, Tamio comes in.
Pretty sure it was dead next turn.
I'm pretty sure Omar's dead here. Passing it back to Francesco. The Broadside Bombardiers could sack Magus of the Moon and end the game that way. Looks like a Volcanic Fissure gets played as a land.
So this is a mountain?
It's just a mountain, yeah.
So
What the hell is this?
The One Ring. Oh boy.
So, just, oh, I'm dead, right? Because you can just, no, I guess I can block, so I'm not quite dead.
no, you're not dead.
Okay.
Bombardiers has Menace. I don't know how we're going to block here.
I draw?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Omar's dead, but okay.
I draw?
Yeah.
Then,
I mean, Francesco's right to play it safe here and make sure everything is good to go.
Then.
Oh wait, no, I am dead because you can just flip the ring, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Okay. Moving on to game 2. Francesco takes game 1.
It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage.
That was a lot of damage. Aggro. Death Tank wondering if he could throw a... Yeah, there was plenty of things to throw at Omar to finish the game.
I mean, hey, it's legally a deck of Magic the Gathering. Sure. It's like the only way that I'll be on the keep up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're a non-blue deck, you know what I mean?
You already had a disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play Night Away stuff, so it's just like... I mean...
No, I mean, it makes sense. That's why, like, I feel like Stompy is so good right now. Is because, like...
Omar will be on the play here for game 2. Likely sideboarded in some stuff. I see a Chalice in Francesco's hand.
A lot of my hands that I keep...
Mr. Arch screaming in the chat. It's the Mycospawn stopping control from being successful. Yeah, yeah. Here's Chalice on 1.
I'm forced to keep a Force of Will, or like turn.
Prismatic Ending removes the Chalice.
Yeah.
Yep. So like every game that I played against Mono Red, it just turned into a top deck board, and then I just have a top deck board.
Another Chalice. Okay. It's going to resolve. Pass the turn. No further plays. Francesco's chalicing people.
The only thing like I'm relatively okay with seeing is the fucking Fable the Mirror Breaker. In that fucking sucks.
Which is like their first turn play user, or like one of their like first turn plays.
All right, Omar, just draw, go, play land. Omar knows how to play some control. Mountain, sack the City of Traders.
Yeah, no. Actually,
Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's in.
talking with just messaged Kevin over at
End step cycling. Lorien revealed.
No.
Volcanic Island. Did they test Fable for 1v1? No. They don't test anything anymore, Mr. Arch. They don't even bother.
No.
First draft of the new set, they send it to the printer.
I'll see him on Saturday. I can ask him pretty properly.
Yes, please. If you do, I just find out what duels he has.
No, I know. Yeah, no.
Because I think I have like almost $300 something.
Same. Yeah.
I figure might as well.
Yeah, the DCI has completely checked out. Flame of Anor. Trying to blow up Chalice?
Just destroy target artifact in this case.
Yeah. Play Gabimaya, pass turn.
President?
Chalice is blown up. That unlocks some 1-mana plays for Omar, which could be huge here.
Hydroblast the Fable.
Hydroblast on the Fable. All right, Omar's in good shape. Just a Goblin Shaman token on the board for Francesco. It will be attacking most likely and making some treasure. But other than that, not a lot going on. No moons, no chalices, no prison pieces. Volcanic Fisher getting played here. Reverse side of Sundering Eruption.
Tap, upkeep, drop. You're open hand with Flagstones. Green Suns for now.
Yep. I'll go to 18.
Okay, attacking with the Goblin Shaman. Francesco gets a treasure. Magus of the Moon, but this time Omar has both blue and white basics, and the Volcanic Island was supposed to make red anyway, so this is not a super exciting moon. Not this time.
I was like selling everything.
Yeah.
Not sure who has priority right now. I think Francesco untapped or an upkeep. Okay, just going to a draw step. It's a Gemstone Cavern Mountain. Attacking for 4, making a treasure.
Thinking before blockers. Sure. I'll just take it.
Okay, taking it this time. Omar's all right, the One Ring resolves, it sounds like.
Got it.
Maybe not. Snapcaster.
Sure. Yep. Target
Keep, drop.
Sure. I will cast.
I guess the One Ring has resolved. Going after the Magus of the Moon and drawing 2 cards. Okay, this was all in response to the One Ring. Now the One Ring resolves. Okay, I understand what's happening now. I was looking for a possible answer to the One Ring with that Flame of Anor.
Your turn. But why did you draw?
Off the Flame of Anor.
Okay, sure.
No, that was your turn. You tapped out for the ring.
Yes, but you draw something.
Yeah, I drew 2 cards off the Flame of Anor.
Okay, so it's your turn now.
No, I haven't drawn for my turn yet. This was all during your turn. So
Yes.
you cast the ring. In response, I said Snapcaster Flame of Anor. I drew 2 cards. So the ring has resolved. It is your turn.
I have a
Are you
white
passing?
loading.
Okay.
Okay, maybe some miscommunication, but we're passing to Omar. I think both players knew what was going on, but they weren't sure if the other person knew, which is fine. Magus of the Moon has been removed. Unlock some plays for Omar potentially. Fetch land, important. Snapcaster Mage will play a little bit of defense, it seems. Brainstorm for Omar. The One Ring. Powerful card. It's possible that Omar will lose this game because of the One Ring. It'll be able to draw Francesco a lot of extra cards.
I haven't played my land yet this turn.
The longer this game goes, at least. Francesco's still at a high life total.
We'll pass turn after that.
Thundertrap Trainer?
Thundertrap Trainer, okay.
With that on the stack, I'll cast Crop Rotation, sacrificing Blackstones.
Sure.
We've seen this otter on stream quite a bit recently. Did not use the Offspring mechanic here. Just casting it regular. Prismatic Ending is found. I don't think Omar's going to have enough colors of mana to remove the One Ring with Prismatic Ending. But it could end up being a good removal spell either way. The Augur of Cuteness, exactly.
Okay.
Fetch shots. Islands.
Yep.
Alright, going for a basic island. Still Omar's turn.
Fairy.
Sure.
It's a Fairy Time Raveler. Okay, bounces the Goblin Shaman. Okay.
You have protection. Go ahead.
Yeah. One.
Did you cast the ring?
But how can you target this if I protect?
Oh no, you have protection. So I'm saying so I don't swing.
Ah, okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean your creatures are fair game.
Okay, sure. That's fine. Draw.
Yep.
Okay, passing it back to Francesco, who has the One Ring. Didn't draw a card with it, though. Activating it now.
Doesn't that trigger an adder to the target?
No, because I did it twice already.
Probably should have drawn a card prior to this untap. And then drew 2 cards now. But Broadside Bombardiers going to attack to Fairy. That's an easy double block.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Can I sacrifice itself?
No, it's a sacrifice of another creature or artifact.
So
That was not a very good attack. Bombardiers trades with a Snapcaster. Pass the turn. But maybe that was Francesco's only play.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I don't know. Teferi gets plus. Ponder for Omar.
I mean, this is a cool deck. It's like a classic kind of like strategy, but it has its limitations. Right? Yeah.
What about you? What are you trying to off this?
I really don't. I've been looking at decks, thinking of what to play.
Drawing now off the Ponder, casting another Ponder.
DJ and go for like
Yeah.
This one's going to be a Ponder Shuffle. Where's Scroll Rack?
in terms of like playstyle with combo. So,
I mean, it's less control-y.
yeah, so
It's
I
like more degenerate.
I feel like I would want to try something new, like just have an almost completely separate card type.
Yeah, yeah.
Lands. I already plus this turn.
You don't want to play miracles?
Yeah.
No.
All right, tax with the Otter. That drops Francesco down to 16. Losing a life now from the bird encounter, dropping to 15. Yeah, see, if Francesco had activated this one ring earlier, this would be draw 3 this turn now. Would have plenty of life. Potentially draw ways to win the game. Allowed himself to fall a little bit behind here, I think. Chromox, Simian Spirit Guide imprinted.
Yeah.
It felt like
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Cards? How many?
I mean, like, I don't know.
I feel like it's like Yawgmoth. If you're good at it, you're really good at it. But you better be really good at it. Does that make sense?
Like, and I'm all for like the dedication. Like, I'm a Yawgmoth player in Modern.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, another Broadside Bombardiers.
Yeah. I remember years ago.
Does Omar care?
If you're not going to play
At the start of
Blue
combat?
Legacy, you better have a really good
Using the plus from the fairy.
I think that's
Ending
like
for
a really
cards.
interesting.
Okay, Prismatic Ending removes the Broadside Bombardiers. Instant speed. Flooded Strand gets cracked by Omar now.
So I've been like,
Okay. Sure. Actually,
I've been futzing around. Like, I was also looking at death
Sanctuary.
taxes.
Oh, it's interesting.
Sanctuary trigger.
Norman nonsense. The new god.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary is found. Putting Ponder on top.
That looked really cool.
Yeah.
It does look really cool.
Untap. Draw for turn.
I don't know.
Up to 3.
Dominic for Natsa tried to make like a
Instant speed Ponder during main phase.
totally disowned it. But he tried to make that like a similar deck that was like Esper with all the energy creatures, but with like the Days Wasteland package, like right when MH3 came out or whatever. I don't know how successful it was. I don't know.
Probably not too successful if he's not.
Yeah. Without a Johnny.
Looks like Omar's holding a Supreme Verdict.
I really like the reason why I really like Audrey's like token deck, which is
14.
All right, attacking with the Otter. It's going to take that Otter a while, but the One Ring will help. Now Francesco will be able to draw 3 with the One Ring. Going to do that now.
that leads me down to like now I don't have any duels with that deck, so I would have to like actively hunt for him.
Omar looks like he's in a good position here in game 2.
Hence me trying to figure out what's
Yeah. I just think the weirdest thing happened. So,
3 cards.
before I
3 cards in hand for Omar. Fable of the Mirror Breaker getting Hydroblasted. Okay.
just like I kept jumping from deck to deck with the band-aids and that kind of thing. But by the time I stopped,
Flooded Strand gets cracked now. Meticulous Archive, Surveil.
I just picked up like 3 plant islands or whatever. It should be like, oh, this is like gonna be. But then like Teamer doesn't look so good right now, and so I'm just
Left it on top. Okay.
I'll just wait till they print another busted. 2 drop. Does it make like is it like
Brainstorm now for Omar. Omar seeing a lot of cards. Francesco not doing a whole lot. Teferi's going to bounce the One Ring now. Okay. Not too worried about the One Ring anymore. Going to counter it possibly on the way back down. Teferi comes back in. Another copy. Cracking Scalding Tarn. I think Omar is just about locking this one up. Yeah, gonna bounce the Chromox. I like that play.
Can I just get the dice?
He's very biased towards, I think, blue black.
Yeah.
One. Sure. 211. Go ahead.
How many cards? World just for change.
3 cards in Omar's hand. At least one of them is a Force of Will. Could hard cast it. Chromox coming back. Exiling a Simian Spirit Guide.
Red, green? Yeah.
I own a Tiger Ball. I own a City of Traders. And then I have my 2 Tundras, my Tropical Islands, and Savannah. So like I'm in a weird fucking spot.
You could make like rhinos. You could make legacy rhinos. It's so boring. I know. I love that deck in Modern though.
I hated that deck.
Really? I love that. I love living it.
Powerglyph getting forced. Passing it back to Omar. Omar was ready with that force. Attack with the Otter plus Teferi. Pass the turn. Omar playing this well. Looks like Omar's holding a Consign to Memory now, which could counter the One Ring.
Stage 2 Modern was so good. I love that Modern.
Oh, that's so much fun.
All the decks were like so interactive. They're also
This is at 2, right?
like every deck in that format was like every deck had the One Ring. It was just like you had Yawgmoth, which is a totally different deck than Living Room, which is a totally different deck than Red Tide, which is like you know what I mean? They're all just so different.
Okay, Broadside Bombardiers getting forced. So Omar had another Force of Will. Okay. Pyroblast in response to that.
It was also when I was down in 4, and I started to actually really grind for like RCQs.
Oh wow. Yep. Got it.
All right, Teferi gets hit. Well, I was saying moments ago that Omar maybe locked this game up. That really wasn't true. Francesco does have a lot of cards in him. Yeah, you're right. Pyroblast should not have worked with Teferi on the table. Twitch chat caught that. I did not. Great point by the chat. Great point by the chat. Chat caught it. I didn't see it. Shame on me. Yeah, shame on both of these players for missing it too. Shame on all of us. We should just end the stream.
Competitive grinding.
Yeah.
Great catch by the chat though. That is so true. The Pyroblast should not have been allowed there. Chalice on 1.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Like,
Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, the Pyroblast could have blown up Teferi, but I guess that wasn't a priority. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is in. Mr. Hart suggested I drive somewhere. I don't even have a car, chat. I'm a full-blown New Yorker. I do not even own a car.
I'm in.
Not bad. Yeah. That's interesting. There's this one where I was in a
Discarding 1 rings to draw 2.
and it was the same thing where you could just use your split credit to.
how is Ontario?
I don't know. I'm not. It was good for the pandemic. You know what I mean? I was in a part of Ontario that was like lots of woods, good trails for like running and stuff. And like once the world opened.
I do have a driver's license.
I head back to civilization. I wasn't in Toronto, so like yeah.
Is Ontario the French Canadian?
No, that's Quebec. Yeah. Quebec's like Montreal, great city. Yeah. Ontario, I'm just not a fan.
Okay, the 1 ring. Consigned to memory with replicate, so it gets countered.
Like Niagara Falls is on part of it's in Ontario, part of it's in New York, but it's like so much of Ontario just feels like upstate. You know what I mean? And Toronto just kind of feels like a clean, sterile New York City. You know what I mean?
I've been to Toronto. I love Toronto.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, I have family there.
Oh,
so I've been able to visit like occasionally. I've loved it. Great.
Yeah.
What happens?
I'm just choosing the draw 2 mode.
Not a fan.
Okay, drawing 2 off Flame of Anor. What else we got? Omar might actually be in a bad position right now.
Jesus, my wife's Canadian, man.
Oh, really?
So when we're watching this, like, she's on a NAFTA visa right now. Yeah.
Wait, she's on.
The Chalice on 1 is quite disruptive. The Reflections of Kiki Jiki will be quite powerful if it ever gets no longer summoning sick.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
So it just goes to the graveyard.
Yeah.
All right, Consigned to Memory counters Chapter 3. Fable will just go to the graveyard. Good play by Omar. Replicate allows it to get through Chalice, attacking with the Goblin Shaman, making another treasure.
Of course it happens. So then I hear.
Francesco has plenty of mana. A Pyroglyph could potentially just end the game right now.
And my mother's
If you have more than 3
I am very proud. I don't really have a lot of like passion pride or nonsense, especially like for
Fiery Confluence.
I choose 3.
for how they responded to
Oh yeah. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do 5 damage?
that are going to come into play.
6 damage.
Every Canadian is no longer buying a Canadian.
6 damage to the face. That is the match. Francesco gets it. Francesco looked like he was in trouble there in game 2, but got it anyway. GG's. Mono red, everybody. Mono red. Chopped cheese. It's crazy now that like the world knows about chopped cheeses. Well, maybe not the world, but more people than just people that live in the Bronx or whatever. All right. Discord up on your screen. Join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, go check out our merch shop. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. A note before I forget. We will have no live streams next week. No live streams next week at all. YouTube stuff will continue, though. YouTube stuff will continue. So just a reminder on that. Make sure you keep an eye on our Discord server so you know when the heck we will be streaming and all the other stuff that goes on, including a Webcam Legacy League that just started. I'll see everybody soon. Stick around for the raid. Peace out.